Okay. Another feature that is good for access control is signage. In the police department, we love signage. We think signage is a great deterrent. We tell people get your neighborhood watch signs. We do a program called School Watch. We say get those signs. And signs basically are directives telling people where they can and cannot go. You go into stores all the time and you see signs saying employees only, authorized personnel only. So signage is another aspect of access control. Anybody have any questions about any of those? Okay, and I'm going to move along quickly, and Kim is keeping my time here. The third concept of SEPTED strategies is territorial reinforcement. And that is the use of physical attributes that express ownership, such as fencing, signage, landscaping, and pavement treatments. And the goal here is to express ownership and a sense of pride and control of the environment. A good example of that, there was an experiment done with a neighborhood that had a lot of issues with deterioration, crime and disorder. And what they did is they went into this neighborhood and they said, you know what, let's give everybody here, because this was an apartment community. They said, let's give everybody here a little patch of land that they're going to be in control of and they're going to be in charge of, and see if we can get some of that sense of ownership and pride going. And what that ended up doing was making those people be more aware of when intruders came to the property and were standing in their little patch of area that they were caring for, and they would be more inclined to contact the police when these intruders came around, because they had that sense of pride and that sense of ownership for this patch of land that they were responsible for and they were cultivating. So that territorial reinforcement is pretty important. And the last thing that really helps SEPTED continue to work is maintenance. The ongoing care and maintenance for property or an area. For example, if Richard and I go to an apartment community and we talk to them about lighting up your property, making it so that your residents feel safe as they go from their cars to their homes at night, and things like that, or making it so that if they see a threat, it's light enough that they can take evasive action. And if we have an apartment community that is following this suggestion and lighting up their property, and then they just let their lights go out and nobody is paying attention to the maintenance, and all of a sudden they've got no lighting going on there, you know, the whole thing is going to fall apart. So it's important to have continued maintenance of any of the SEPTED principles that you might apply to any property. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
I'm a little curious about these gates and bars and across windows and doors and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was brought up in Southern California, and it became almost like a lifestyle and whatever. But are they really that big of a deterrent?
You mean when people put bars on their windows and things? It's a visible deterrent right off the bat, and most people or burglars are going to see those bars, and they're going to see that as a challenge and a deterrent. A lot of people do not like to put those bars and things up. People think it doesn't look nice, it doesn't look very pleasing, but it is a deterrent. But it's also a physical, or it's also a choice that a homeowner makes, whether they want to go to that extreme to protect their property. Okay. Yes, sir.
It seems to me that by the same token that the best looking, newest looking, shiniest car is the biggest target for auto theft. When you put up a gate, you're telegraphing a message that, hey, there could be something valuable inside this place, and encourage extra effort on the part of a criminal.
I never thought of it that way. Well, let's see, putting up, well, this is what our sentiment about car theft is like this. If you have something valuable in your car, never leave it in your car. If you have an alarm or any kind of theft deterrent device, use it. If you have a club, it's not effective on the back seat of your car. You've got to use it. Something that's very effective are kill switches. If you have a kill switch that's hooked up to your car and someone tries to steal it, and your engine's going to just die, it's going to kill your engine. So our stance is that when it comes down to vehicle theft, a big thing is the criminals are attracted to what's in your car. And then there are criminals that are attracted to certain models of cars that they know they can get money for if they steal it and take it to this place or that place. So I don't think it's necessarily depending on how pretty and shiny your car is. I think first off, it's if there's something valuable in the car, that this is what they're going after. A lot of people don't realize something like a backpack can be perceived as valuable because the criminal might be thinking, oh, there's some social security numbers in there, there's some personal identifying information that I can steal and then commit identity theft. So it's very important, the things that you leave behind in your car, because a desperate criminal can look at it as an opportunity. And you'd be surprised at the things that people do leave in their cars, laptop computers, cell phones, golf clubs, it goes on and on, the valuable things that people leave behind.